So, again this morning we will have 5 speakers for this 90-minute session. So we'll go again with the 5 speakers. After that we'll have a 15-minute questions and answer period. And after that it will be lunchtime. So before we proceed, I have another house announcement for you. The bus for the technical tour of the simulator centers, for those who have registered, will leave from the same place as the bus last night at 17:20. So 5:20 tonight. I'll repeat it again after the session, so make sure you don't forget. Okay, so let's start with the first speaker, first presentation. From Mr. Hendrik Österbacher from Germany. Hendrik started his career in 1984 as a senior civil servant with the German Federal Waterways and Shipping Administration in the field of waterways supervision, environmental protection, aids to navigation, and traffic technology. In 2000, he became a system engineer in the traffic technology and telematic division, in charge of the technical management of aids navigation and infrastructure for the German coast. His paper today is called The Worldwide Aid on a Green and Sustainable Service. So let's welcome Hendrik Österbacher.
Ladies and gentlemen, so I want to talk about sustainability, and I remember yesterday when Michael Gray talked about sustainability, he promoted a little bit the social sustainability. I'm sure that the social sustainability and the environmental sustainability at last will go in the same direction, but that's not the discussion here. Do I have to push to move on? Right. Here. So, I put some, in this presentation, I put some philosophical things, and there is also some serious technique in it, provided by one of the worldwide famous light experts, among others we have here in the room, Frank Herrmann from the German Technology Center. And I will have another co-author with this paper, because we will provide an updated and improved version. That is Omar Eriksson, and he will present it at the Pion Congress, Navigation Congress in Liverpool in May. So, if you now, from your Yala view, have some ideas what we could make better in this presentation, please don't hesitate to tell Omar or me. I start with the philosophics. There is an interaction between nature, human, and technology. Nature, well, I suppose, was first. Human came into nature, some interaction took place, and at some point, learning from this interaction with nature, the humans started to develop technology to improve their life. And now something happened. The technology has interaction with the nature, and that's what we are talking about when we are talking about environmental sustainability. The way how the technology will have impacts on nature, harmful effects to the nature or on the nature, pollution, and that is also light pollution. Not so much we from the Aids to Navigation Service, but many others have a lot of lights around, more than there has ever been in the past, in the, let's say, original natural times, and so we have also to take that into account and not to make too much light from our side. Noise also, and another point, carbon dioxide, and I will say something about the carbon footprint, but at first, when humans noticed that there is a problem, that they tend to make impacts with their technology. It's not the human itself so much, it's more the technology. They made this definition of sustainable development, the Rio Declaration, and also there was an important milestone here in South Africa, in Johannesburg, 8 years ago, World Summit on Sustainable Development, also the Kyoto Protocol, not to forget Copenhagen last year. But what is it again, to remember? I think everybody knows, but it's defined as development which meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So that's quite broad. But it means also that any major reduction in environmental diversity may restrict the scope for future discovery and development, so also the scope for our own chances. What can different parties, stakeholders contribute to sustainability? I start on a very high level with the worldwide economy and trade. And I think we should not have more transport than needed. Regarding the discussions yesterday, we have just overcome a little bit of this economic crisis. This may be a little bit astonishing, but at last it is necessary to reduce the transport in the world that cannot go up over all limits. At the same time, efficient consumption of resources and raw materials, and that means at last less transport, and that again means less carbon dioxide. So that is the high level. Next one, transport business as a whole, and that is through the transport by ship is one of the lowest energy, one of that was the lowest energy consumption per ton and mile. So shipping itself is an industry for sustainability at last. If we consider the goods have to be transported. Shipping industry itself, what can it do? Ship technology can be improved, especially propulsion system, use of renewable energy for ship propulsion, maybe not today so much, but maybe in future. And also, and that's our duty now, traffic technology and aids to navigation optimization in order to avoid accidents, not to forget the ship's safety itself, so also to avoid accident. I say that for our systems, for the traffic technology, the maritime traffic technology, and also for the aids to navigation, the safety to avoid accidents and also to provide system that can help the ships to operate energy efficiently. That is the primary goal for the aids to navigation. So the efficiency of waterways, what I made in red here, the sustainability, and also the economical efficiency of the service itself, that are secondary goals, not the primary goals for the system. Also important, but I come back to this carbon footprint, what I mentioned. The ecological footprint is a measurement, more or less in square meter, of human demand on Earth ecosystems. So it is an amount of biologically productive land and sea area needed to regenerate